the progress we have made so far. This particular slide gives you clarity with regard to that India's position with regard to the progress made on the Sustainable Development Goals. Just to brief introduce that the world has an unprecedented opportunity to improve the lives of the billions of people by meeting the MDGs. MDGs are really going to change the scenario of the world itself.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ
Please,
ನಾನು ಇದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹಂಗಾಗತ್ತೆ.
please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Somebody is disturbing to the session, please. Okay. MDGs are the world's time-bound and quantified targets for addressing extreme poverty and its many dimensions by 2015. Here, the 2030 it is. MDGs represent the commitment to a more effective, result-oriented development partnership in the 21st century. That is what the MDGs are aims at. What Million Development Goals in the year 2000, we had 189 countries, including India, made the promise to help the people to escape from the poverty and the hardships. They are called as the Millennium Development Goals, and these is the promise became 8 Millennium Development Goals, and these goals aim to make the world better by 2015. I am just giving the brief history. What is that has been happened before SDGs? It was the MDGs. Millennium Development Goals, which started in 2000 and ended in 2015. And in continuation of this, the MDGs has been taken over for the SDGs has been taken over. SDGs over has been taken over by the MDGs. That is what SDGs build the Millennium Development Goals, and SDGs are the set of 17 global set of the United Nations. They aim to achieve sustainable and equitable world by 2030. Here we have to understand the difference between the two. Millennium Development Goals started in 2000 and ended in 2015. In continuation of this, SDGs has been happened on the basis of the base for the SDGs is Millennium Development Goals. And year of starting the SDGs is 2015 and ending year is 2030. India has committed achieving SDGs and integrated them in the National Development Agenda. That is what we are discussing now. What is this SDGs development? Here in 1992, we are going to go for the brief history of the SDGs as such. 1992 World Summit in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, held by 178 countries, adopted the Agenda 21, the Global Action Plan to Sustain Development to enhance human lives and protect the environment. That is the 1992. We find out our common future. You can find out the things in our common future. From there, we have adopted it. In 2000, Millennium Summit in UN headquarters in New York, the UN General Assembly adopted the Millennium Development Goals, 8 development goals and 18 targets to be achieved by 2015, which has been already closed. In 2015, again, UN Sustainable Development Summit adopted 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. And by 2030, Agenda for Sustainable Development, 17 Sustainable Development has been adopted, and there are 169 targets in these SDGs as such. This is a brief history of SDGs. Here we are focusing on the 8 Millennium Development Goals. What are they? The first one, develop a global partnership for the development, and eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, achieve universal primary education, ensure the environmental sustainability, promote gender equality and empower the women, combat HIV, AIDS, malaria and other diseases, improve maternal health and reduce the child mortality. These are the 8 MDGs. We are going to have the brief overview of each of them. In case of India, what is the status of this? Okay, I am talking about the 2000 to 2015 MDGs. Eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. We'll go with the data and what has happened to this. But these pictures I have deliberately put on in front of you so that you can understand what is the status of India before we started this MDCs and SDGs as such. And even till today, the changes has been happened to on core, this on surface level, but the in-depth studies and details has to be taken into consideration. This is with regard to the MDCs, eradication poverty. Then achieving universal primary education, we have done a lot of changes in these particular things. I am going to discuss them in the details in the successive slides over here. These are the overview for the MDGs as such. Here the promote gender equality and empower women, especially we have taken a lot of initiatives for this particular criteria also. You can find the many changes as such. Then goal 4, reduce the child mortality. These are the Millennium Development Goals I am talking about. Here the IMR and MMR has to be reduced to the maximum extent. What has happened that we are going to discuss in the further success. Improve the maternal health. That is what I have talked about, infant mortality rate and maternal mortality rate about this. This is the condition. We can see these particular situations in India as such. Then combat HIV, AIDS, malaria, and TB. This is the old pictures you can find out. They ensure environmental and environmental sustainability. Here we have taken a lot of initiatives and develop the global partnership and development for development. You can find out the Trump's initiatives right now. Okay, that is the brief overview of the MDGs. Now I am focusing on the SDGs. Here there are 15 SDGs. First one is no poverty, then zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality of education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on water, peace, justice and industries, partnership for the goals. These are the 15 goals with 169 targets. India has made several progress on this. We will focus now on the India's progress on this particular goals as such. Here, this is a black and white. India has contextualized 2003 UNDP framework, adopting 12 out of 18 targets by 35 indicators under 8 MDGs. That is what I just referred. With regard to SDGs are concerned, 113 indicators aligned with Ministry of Statistics and program implemented by the National Indicator Framework. The SDGs index scores ranges from 0 to 100. The higher scores indicate the greater progress. States and union territories are categorized based on the SDGs India's index scores. Aspirant, it means 0 to 49. These are the states, those who are not doing well. Their performance, they are doing better, 50 to 64. Front runner, 65 to 99. It means they are doing far better. And achiever, 100% achievement has been happened. They have been categorized as a 100% category. This is the framework adopted in India as such. What is that India has done so far? India's national SDG scores reached 71 in 2023-24. Actually, it has increased from 66 in 2020-21 and 60 in 1992, showing significant progress. Okay, India is doing far better with regard to the SDG scores are concerned, that it is 70%. Actually, it should be 100%, but getting 100% scores, yes, too, we have to go miles together. India has made significant improvements in areas like poverty eradication, decent work, economic growth, climate action, and life on the land. These are the areas wherein India has made. Swati MP, please don't play with the screen. Many states have shown significant improvement in their scores. 32 states and union territories are now in front runner category, up from 22 in 2020-21. Okay, in 2020-21, there were only 22 states, but now 32 states, they have made the progress to the front runner category. That is what I just mentioned. 2024 index shows that significant jump of the progress compared to 2018, indicating improvement across the country. The progress has been made over India. The progress is uneven across the different goals and regions. Here you can't expect that the achievement which has been progress has been made, it should be even for all the regions or all the goals. But India has the diversity. That is the reason why we can find out the uneven progress has been made across the goals and the regions. Some states have made steady gains, whereas others lagged or even reduced scores sometimes. They have reduced their positions also. Then overview India's progress towards the SDGs, you can take that index scores is, that is what I told you, 23, 24. It was in 1857, 2020-21 it was 66, and 2023-24 it is 17. India ranks in In 2020-21, India ranks 109 and now it is 99. Top states, performing states are Kerala in 2018. Now the Kerala and Uttarakhand, they are doing far better. Best progress has been made in 2018. Poverty and health, now SDG 13, that is climate, we are doing far better in 2023-24 as such. Now, one of the flagship program which has been started by the government of India has made the progress so far. That is MG Narega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Program. Here, this is the chart which shows that what is the progress has been made. In 2020, it is a Corona period. We can find out the highest number of mandates generated. But after that, there is a fluctuating change. In 2024, the improvement has been happened over a period of time. Here we will go to the each and every category. That is the first SDGs, Sustainable Development Goal. What is the programs and what is the focus and what is the outcome has been happened so far. That is the topic which I am going to focus now. With regard to the poverty, no poverty, it means we have to reduce the poverty or India has to be poverty-free nation. You can just recall the statement made by the then President of America, George Bush. Indians are the foodies. That is what he says, that Indians eat more food, and because of that, we have the poverty kind of thing. That is what the reference has been made. But to combat the poverty, India has taken many initiatives. That first one is Prime Minister Jana Dhana Yojana, PMJDY. Here, the main focus of this program was financial inclusion, bank accounts, rupee cards. Okay, you know these particular things that we have to reach to the every persons of the rural areas. India has more than 5,40,000 villages, and we have to reach them. That is the reason why PM Jan Dhan Yojana has been initiated. And what is the outcome? What is the latest status of this particular program as such? 15.16 crores accounts as in August 2025. Deposit of balance rupees 2.68 lakh crores. This is the achievement we have made by August 2025 with regard to this particular program is concerned. Then the next program, just now I spoke about this MG Narega, that is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Rural employment is the major focus and guaranteeing the income security. Here, this particular programs guarantees the rural unemployed people 100 days of the mandates, wherein they can get the food for work program kind of things, and they get the incomes also. As 2024-25, the progress has been made here is that 90.6 crores persons mandates of the work has been allotted, and the 2025-26 the budget has allotted 86,000 crores for this particular program as such. Then we have PMJKY and PDS food public distribution schemes here, food security and free food grains transfer here. In India, we have the central government contributes 5 kg of rice, and Karnataka government giving 5 kgs of rice to the families below poverty line. In Karnataka, it is called as the Anna Bhagya Yojana. Continuous Jana announcement and emergency allocation under the PM case earlier years, and ongoing PDS is strengthening on this particular program. With regard to the poverty is concerned, India has made far better progress, and we have reduced the poverty to the maximum extent over a period of time. That is what we are doing far better on this particular goal, sustainable development goals, having many programs which are in pipeline, and they are very effective also to the poorest poor of the sections of the society. This is the first one. The second sustainable development goal is zero hunger. Poverty and hunger, they goes hand in hand, and that is the reason why the India has adopted many programs. Among them, Poshan Abhiyan or Saksham Anganwadi. Now, this is the program which provides the maternal and child nutrition, then ICDC convergence. What are the outcome of these particular programs? Yes, it is ongoing program. Targets to reduce the anemia, roll out the Poshan 2.0 initiatives has been taken into consideration. Then we have PMGKAY and NFSA program, that is food grain transfer and buffer stocks from the we have the Food Corporation of India, through which we are going to implement this continuously. Here to deliver the food grains to the PDS on time so that the wastage of the food should be avoided, and that is what we are DBT, direct benefit transfer, and public distribution schemes for that. Zero hunger, we are able to do a bit, not the much more on this particular criteria also, and that is the reason why the progress on this reducing hunger is comparatively less as compared to the poverty is concerned. This is the second sustainable development where the programs has been adopted and the outcome has been mentioned. The third sustainable development goal, that is good health and well-being. Here the major programs adopted by India is that Ayushman Bharat, that is called the PMJY, that is ABHA, we call it as Ayushman Bharat. Here the main focus of this particular program is health coverage for poor. Hospitalization cover has to be given up to 5 lakh rupees. The government is going to provide the facilities. At present, 41 more than 41 crores Ayushman Bharat card has been generated. 9.8 crores admissions has been authorized in the various hospitals as such. Then we have Ayushman Bharat Health and Wellness Centers, that is primarily healthcare, NDC screening and material health. Here the scale up the across states, many operational with the telemedicine and the digital records has been initiated by the central government as such. Then we have ABDM, Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. Here Health ID and digital health records has to be maintained. Digital backbone is growing, and primarily the telemedicine kind of things are happening, and that is the reason why we are taking care of the health of the people in India by adopting various programs as such. In Karnataka, we have various programs launched by the state government also, and among them that is SSVini is the one of the scheme which is going in Karnataka also. That is how the progress. Here with regard to this goal is concerned, the progress is okay, steady, but not that 100% achievement has been happened so far as such. Then we are moving on to the sustainable development goal 4, that is quality education. Here we have done far better in this particular area also, that NEP, New Education Policy 2020, and PM 3 Yojana has been launched. The major focus of this particular Yojana, foundational learning, school quality education, and including the curriculum also. NEP is operational through the state policies, PM3 flagship schools for the model implementation. In Karnataka, we have SCP, that is state education policy rather than the NEP as such, but most of the states in India, they have adopted the NEP policy. Then we have the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. This is the universalization access to the infrastructure, learning outcomes, kind of things. Continued grants based on the support, that is NIPN, and focus on the fundamental skills. For the higher education, we have the RUSA. Also, RUSA funding has been given to the universities and the colleges to uplift the infrastructure as such. Government is focusing on this particular. We had the another program called SS Sarva Shikshan Abhiyan kind of things to provide the quality education and for the those who are adult education kind of things. And these particular programs has been very successful in generating the quality education. As far the education is concerned, we have to improve the quality of this particular education. That is the reason why government is thinking about the private university to be brought in India so that we can bring the quality in the education as such. This is the another initiative taken by the government of India. Then we move on to the fifth sustainable development goal, that is gender equality. The program Mission Shakti and National Rural Literacy Mission. This is the program I was talking to you. Here, women empowerment, self-help groups, and livelihoods. Here, last self-help groups network, women participation in AMJDY, MG Narega has been noted. Then ongoing self-help groups, bank linkage has been happening over here. The another program is that Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao, gender sensitization and education for the girl child, awareness and targeted intervention, mixed outcomes across the states. As far as the general equality is concerned, in Karnataka, we have very unique programs. That is, there are 5 programs, 5 bhagyas they are called. And these particular programs has been implemented across India, Karnataka, and they are doing far better results with regard to the gender equality is concerned. So also the many of the states, they have adopted programs for the gender equality, and the progress on gender equality is steady but not satisfactory. That is what we can say. Then with regard to the sixth sustainable development is concerned, clean water and the sanitations. Here we know this is the one of the very successful program. We can say that Jal Jeevan Mission, JJM, Har Ghar Jal Yojana, household tap connections has been provided. So far, 15.68 crores rural household with the tap connection has been given. That is 61% coverage. That is what government is saying as per 2000, August 2025 the reports as such. Then we have another program called Swachh Bharat Mission, SBM, sanitation infrastructure kind of things. Here 11.9 crores reported that ODI plus we have this sanitation, Nirmal Gram Yojana are creating toilet facilities. The rural areas has been provided by the government with the various schemes. With regard to the water is concerned, the government of India and Karnataka also provided the various facilities which are providing the clean water also. And sanitation, with regard to the sanitation, we can say that Swachh Bharat Mission and the other programs of the sanitations are doing well. But on paper, these particular programs are doing well, but in reality, the many households has the problems of the water and many kind of things that we have to take into consideration. Even though government is claiming that we have done this Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has reached to every nook and corner of the country, but in reality, we have to find out the flaws somewhere and some of the cases. Then Sustainable Development 7, affordable and clean energy. This area wherein India has achieved remarkable progress as such. Okay, programs which has been taken into consideration, renewable energy push, that is M MNRE policies, scale up the solar and wind footprints, grid integration, installation of capacity now special 15% milestone made in 2025, large capacity additional auction is going on. Then we have PM Kusum, Saubhagya and Ujala Yojana, wherein decentralized renewable energy, household electrification, efficient lighting kind of thing. Then we have Saubhagya largely completed earlier. PM Kusum is ongoing program for the farmer solar pumps, and Ujala has been distribution successfully. These are the programs which has changed the total scenario in the rural areas, like Ujala, PM Kusum Yojana, and all this Yojana. These particular policies and programs of the government has made remarkable changes in the lives of the women, especially in rural areas. And that is the reason why, with regard to the solar energy is concerned and the electrical energy is concerned, India has done far better progress with regard to this particular goal is concerned. Then we have eighth goal, that is decent work and the economic growth. Now in India, we find out unemployment is a major problem for the youth. But what is that government is going to do and what is that government is doing? Make in India, stand-up, startup kind of schemes has been launched. We have various schemes for the youth. The main focus is the manufacturing growth, value additions and the exports. And here the operational across the key sectors, investment announced and the employment generation is ongoing. We can't say that the 100% achievement has been happened, but progress is has been made successfully over a period of time. Skill India, that is PM KVY, Skill India to start their various programs. The government has initiated Skill India program, that is skill development apprenticeship among the youth. Multiple cohorts trained, industry linkage on variable and across states has been ongoing. Here, that is what Skill India, that is what I told you. Stand-up, startup kind of schemes has been, stand-up is a scheme meant for the women, those who are from the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. And we have this kind of programs, we can go for the self-employment generation. The problem with the present use is that they depends upon the government to provide the government jobs, but they are not ready to go for the self-employment kind of things. But the problem with the self-employment scheme is that there is no guarantee that they are going to make the profit. That is the another problem. That is the reason why most of the youths, they are not ready to take up the self-employment kind of things. And there is a issue. This is a large problem rather than it looks very simple as such. Multiple dimension you can say. Then with regard to the SDGs 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure. India is doing far better with regard to the infrastructure is concerned. Innovation is concerned, we are doing far better. With regard to industry, we have to do a lot of things in India. Okay, National Infrastructure Pipeline and the PM Gati Shakti Yojana has been started. That integrated infrastructure planning and logistic efficiency. At present, India is doing far better with regard to the infrastructure is concerned. That is what NIB guideline project, PM Gati Shakti, a digital platform for the inter-ministerial coordination has been taken into consideration. Then we have BharatNet, 5G rollout, semiconductor missions kind of things with regard to the digital infrastructure has been provided, digital backbone and the manufacturing. BharatNet expansion, 5G spectrum auctions has been held, semiconductor missions in planning and early executions is going on. With regard to the implementation of the 5G network is concerned, private companies they have done, but we have the BSNL, they are rolling out the 4G now. And this is the problem with the government sector industry as concerned. But many progress has been made with regard to this particular infrastructure of the digital infrastructure is concerned in India. Then we have SDGs 10, that is the reduced inequalities. That is what direct benefit transfer and JAM, via JAM and PMGDY, targeted transfer to the financial inclusion. Here the main aim of this particular scheme was to reduce the inequalities, give the equal opportunities for the financial inclusion, we call it as a financial inclusion. And those who are at the bottom of the development run, they should be brought to the mainstream of the economy. And that is what the direct benefit transfer program has been targeted. Reduce the leakages, PMJY, UPI, increase the access to the financial services. That unified payment initiatives is one of the best initiatives in the world. And most of the developed countries, they are studying this particular UPI initiatives launched by the government of India. Without having internet access, we have provided this particular UPI access to the financial transactions. And that is one of the reason where we can say that it has tried to reduce the inequalities to some extent. Not reducing inequality is not possible to the 100%, but government is trying to reduce this particular percent. Then we have aspirational district programs, place-based targeted intervention to reduce the disparities government has given. In Karnataka, we have one district, one crop kind of things. And if you provide this geographical tag kind of things, we can reduce this inequalities among the across the regions. That is a reported gain on the key indicators, scale blocks and deeper impacts. Okay, we have to identify and do all these things. One of the example we can give this, we have Kalyan Karnataka regions, where has been given the more focus on this reducing inequalities across the regions as such. Then SDG 11, sustainable cities and communities are concerned. The government has taken PMAY or smart cities mission. They are called affordable housing to the urban infrastructure. We can find a compound allocation, completed house across the 2.11 crores completed smart cities project or pipeline ongoing. Here in Karnataka also we have many 7 cities has been identified for this smart cities mission as such. And because of this particular smart city mission, the infrastructure in the cities like Tumkur, Davangere, Belgaum, Hubli, Dharwad, Mysore has improved the remarkable extent. And that is how the things has been happening with regard to the sustainable cities are concerned. Then urban transportation and electrification, Amrut 2.0 is the mission. Public transportation focuses on public transport, water and sewage improvement kind of things. We have provided electrical vehicles, bus procurement and city mobility plans in various stages has been happened. That is the reason why most of the things are happening with regard to the sustainable cities and communities are concerned, and that, we are doing far better in these particular goals also. Then we have next goal, that is called the responsible consumption and production. This is the area where at present the American President Donald Trump is targeting India, and here the responsibility of the consumer and producers in India is to protect the domestic interest, and for that we have the EPR for the plastic has been banned to the India. Food waste, FSSAI has uh, initiatives, food waste norms also. Here the circulatory waste reductions, the many policies has been taken into consideration. EPR pilots and rules for the plastic waste management, sustainable procurement pilot is going on. Then we have ZDD and MSME supports, cleaner production, energy efficiency. Here the uptake the industries and initiatives for the green manufacturing has been taken by the most of the companies to reduce the wastage also. And that is how the India is doing far better, but not much progress, but doing far better on this particular sustainable development goal is concerned. Then Sustainable Development Goal 13, climate actions. That is what I told you. With regard to this particular goal, India has done far better as compared to the other developed countries in the world as such. India has NDCs and the Panch Amrit. Emissions intensity reduced. RE target has been net zero by 70. That is what the updated NDC 2022 targets on green hydrogen emission by outlay, and launched the climate finance and adoption of the policies. Where we can find out the green accounting kind of process has been happened, and whenever we are finding this one most one kind of things, and many actions has been taken by government of India and Karnataka to increase the climate as such. Then NDMA and disaster resilience, preparedness for the early warning system, state level heat action plans, coastal resilience actions is going on. Because of the tsunami, India has taken many initiatives with regard to this particular preparedness for the early warning system has been concerned, and we are doing far better on the climatic action is concerned. Then we will move on to the 14th SDG, that's life below water. Here program Sagarmala and coastal conservation. This is the one of the important program which has been launched by the central government. The force led to the government, fisheries, coastal and ecosystem protection has been given. In India, we have promoted the fishery farming for the various farmers are concerned. Here Sagarmala projects active the fisheries modernization schemes is rolled out. Coastal regulation framework has been updated, and because of this, the many people are getting benefit out of it. Then we have blue economy initiatives, sustainable fishing, marine production areas. Here policy frameworks under discussion, select projects in the implementation phase here. Blue economy initiatives is the another initiatives the government is considering to improve upon the fishing and marine protection areas as such. But Sagarmala and coastal conservation has done far better progress with regard to the life below water is concerned. Still many things has to be done, but it is a good initiatives that government is taken care of this particular fishermen, those who are at the coastal areas are concerned. Then life on land. Here the compensatory afforestation forest regeneration, biodiversity protection, CAMPA funds has been used to afforestation, Green India mission activities continue with the monitoring the improvements in concern. Then Namami Gange wetlands programs has been adopted here. The river cleaning, wetland restoration, project-based result. These are the project-based result. Long-term monitoring required for the ecological outcome. Life on land, this is with regard to this particular sustainable goal is concerned, India has done far better. Then we have another program called Vanamahostava, which help us to generate the forest generation. And wherever we are going to cut the trees, we are supposed to plant the 5 trees for each one tree has been cut by the tree as such. And that is the reason why you can find out there is a one program by Isha Foundation is called as a river, rally for river kind of things. And such kind of NGOs are also doing far better on this particular life on land is concerned. Uh, the progress on this particular target goal is also continuously improving over a period of time. With regard to SDG 16 is concerned, peace, justice, and strong institutions. Here, digital governance, e-NAM, e-courts, e-governance, transparency and service delivery is the major focus of this particular program. Outcome and the suggested e-governance drive expanded, e-courts, grievance redressal, digitalization ongoing. As far as this particular initiative, digital governance is concerned, government has taken many initiatives, and because of which we can find out the reduction in the time and the services. We can find out the one of the program in India, Karnataka especially adopted Sakala. It is a time-bound service delivery program, which was very successful, but right now it has not taken a back for a period of time. But because of the adoption of the digital governance, many facilities has been reached to the common man through this particular programs are concerned. Then we have RTI, Right to Information Act, anti-corruption bodies, that accountability and transparency has been improved. Legal framework in place, implementation and enforcement vary by state to state. Right to Information Act has been used and just abused also by the many people to threat the other members of the society. But it is Right to Information Act is the one of the act which has changed the face of the India by providing the information to the needy. And this is one of the progress which has been made by the government of India as or Karnataka as such. Then the last goal, that is a Sustainable Development Goal 17, partnerships for the goal. Here the International Solar Alliance G20 cooperation has been taken into consideration, South-South cooperation, climate finance. Here the active diplomacy for climate finance, tech transfer, and MDB partnership has been infrastructure financing. The social stock exchange and blending finance mobilize the private capital for the sustainable development goal projects. Then operational blended finance pilot ongoing de-risk investment is also going on. Yeah, as far as the partnership for the goals are concerned, India has a very good network with almost 90 countries of the world with regard to the trade relations and other things are concerned. But right now we have the very hard relations with America due to the some of the other reasons. We are finding it difficult because the uh, American president has imposed 50% tariffs on the Indian goods as such, and because of that, some differences has come. But India has done far better with regard to the partnership of the other countries is concerned as such. Then, what are the major flagships in 2024? That is which are the major programs which has been taken into consideration. MG Narega launched in 2005. The main objective of this particular program was to rural employment schemes. The achievement status is that poverty rate has reduced because of the implementation of this particular program. The poverty rate has reduced. This is one of the program which has done far better. But we have many questions with regard to the implementation of this particular program because technology has been adopted rather than the mandates generated kind of things. There are some flaws in this particular program also, but this particular program has done far better progress in the success of the SDGs in India as such. Then we have another program which has done far better, that is PM Awas Yojana, which has launched in 2015. This is the program which aims at the housing for all. 4 close crores house has been built, and this housing programs has been implemented by the state government also and the central government also. This provides the basic infrastructure as houses for the needy. That is the another program which is very successful in India. Another program, Swachh Bharat Mission, which is launched in 2014. The sanitation coverage here, 11 crores toilet has been built. The government claims that we have done far better job in this Swachh Bharat mission is concerned. But some of the rural areas we have the problem with the water, and that is the reason why they are not in functional stage. Even though the toilets has been constructed, but the functional toilets are very less. But we have done far better progress with regard to the Swachh Bharat mission is concerned. The another program, flagship program, that's Ujjwala Yojana, as clean cooking fuel has been provided to the needy. It has been started in 2016. That 10 crores LPG connections has been provided into the rural areas. This is one of the programs which has been very successful in India. Another program which is very successful, Jal Jeevan Mission, which has been launched in 2019. Household tap water, 14.9 crores households has been covered by this particular Jal Jeevan Mission. The next program, which has been Digital India or Make in India, launched in 2014 and 15, the tech and industry growth, improved coverage of the jobs by this particular program. These are the major flagship programs.
Sir, you are mute actually.
Now
Sir, not audible, sir.
Now
Yes,
it is
sir.
audible?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, by mistake it has been got. I will just come back to the points over here. Yeah, I was talking to you on this particular status of the major flagship schemes in India. That's NGNREGA, PM Awas Yojana, Swachh Bharat Mission, Ujjwala Yojana, Jal Jeevan Mission, Digital India, Make in India. These are the programs. They are called as a very successful program in India. I was just referring to that. And you can find out the objectives and achievement status, where it has been launched, when it has been launched as such. Then I was talking to performance across the key goals. Okay, out of 15 goals, which are the goals we are able to do some far better things. Top performing goal is affordable and clean energy, has the highest score, 96. That is what I am referring to. In this particular area, we have done far better with regard to the affordable and clean energy is concerned as compared to the world is concerned. Then significant progress has been made with regard to the goal one, that is no poverty. I was referring to it. Okay, we are able to reduce the poverty, but country like India, where the diversity is the key, we can't say that 100% reduction of the poverty is going to happen, but we are able to reduce this particular poverty to the maximum extent. With regard to the goal 8 is concerned, decent work and economic growth, we have done remarkable progress. But even though there are certain comments or the certain things that unemployment is a major problem in India, how you can say that decent work has been provided. But the data shows that government has taken various initiatives which has successful in generating the work as such. Then with regard to goal 13, climate action, we have done a lot of progress with regard to the climate action is concerned. And the goal 15, life on land, we have done various programs and policies which are done remarkable progress with regard to the life on land is concerned. Highest score increase, especially in climate action, which rose from 54 in 2020-21 to 67 in 2023-24. It is 24. The 4 has been added over there. Then areas of concern where we have to focus more. Still, we have to focus more. Gender equality, India's overall score is below 50 and need targeted efforts with regard to gender equality is concerned. This is the problem where we are not able to provide 33% of the reservation for the women in the election, but it should be 50%. And the areas are concerned with regard to gender equality for India is concerned. Then another area that's quality education. India's performance needs to be improved. That is what I was referring to. Global universities to improve the quality of the universities or the education in India. The government is thinking about the allowing the private foreign universities to come into India so that we can improve the quality education is concerned. Whatever the education provided at present is not up to the industry level. That is what there is a gap between the bookish knowledge and the practical knowledge, and that is the reason why we have to improve the quality of this particular education as well. Another area where zero hunger, I was also referring to this, India has not made significant improvement is concerned, and I was referring to the one of the George Bush remark made on India with regard to the hunger is concerned. That is why Indians are foodie and we eat more food. That is what he was referring, and because of that kind of things we can say. Here, the In case of the affordable clean energy, we have done far better. On case of poverty, reduction of the poverty, decent work, climate action, life on land, we have done far better. Climate action has got highest progress in 2023-24 as such. But where are the areas of concern are concerned? Gender equality, quality education, zero hunger. We have to focus more. Then top performing states in India, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Goa, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand are among the highest scoring states in India. These are the states, they are doing far better. As far as Kerala is concerned, Kerala is top in every area from the beginning itself. Tamil Nadu is doing far better. Goa is a small state which is also doing far better. Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand is taking the state. Top performing union territories are Chandigarh, Jammu and Kashmir, Puducherry, Andaman Nicobar Island and the Delhi. They perform the best over a period of time with regard to the SDGs are concerned. States that have improved the most since 2018, Uttar Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Haryana, Assam, Tripura, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha. These are the states they have improved. States that are lagging behind, Bihar, Jharkhand, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, these are the states, they are not doing that much of the progress with regard to the SDGs are concerned. This is the chart which gives the glimpses of the overall picture of this particular India's performance in UN Sustainable Development Goals. The indicative is that here you have to go for the dashboard. What is blue color indicates that SDGs is achieved. Then light green challenges remain, dark green significant challenge remains. Then maroon color major challenge remain. Then trend this upward movement is maintaining SDG goal and the moderately improved, stagnating and decreasing kind of things. With regard to the no poverty is concerned, you can say that it is a dark green significant challenge remain over here and the progress on track we are doing on track kind of things for here. With regard to hunger is concerned, stagnancy, it means and the major challenge remains over here that we are not able to reduce the hunger in India to maximum extent. We need to do a lot of work with regard to this particular sustainable development is concerned. With regard to good health and well-being, the moderately improved. Here the improvement is moderately happened, but the major challenge remains in this particular sustainable development goals also. With regard to quality education, challenges remain, and here the moderately improvement has been happening. I was referring to this, the education quality has to improve to the core, that is the things. Then gender equality, here you can say that it is a orange kind of things, and the progress is moderately improving here. Here, lot of work has to be done by the government to improve the gender equality in India is concerned. Clean water and sanitations. Here, you can find out the major challenges remaining, but the progress is moderately improving here. And the clean water and sanitation is concerned, we have the Swachh Bharat Mission program as such, but on ground, the reality is totally different. On paper, the program is doing very well, but the on ground, the reality is different. The seventh one is that affordable and clean energy as such. Here, the progress has been improved and here the moderately improvement kind of things are concerned. But very recently, the clean energy, the progress made by the India is far better than compared to the other countries of the world as such. Then eighth one, decent work and economic growth is concerned. The moderately improving progress over here. Still, many challenges remaining in this particular area also. The ninth goal, industry, innovation and infrastructure. We are doing far better, but it is progress moderately improving here. That major challenges remain in the industry, innovation and infrastructure. With regard to infrastructure is concerned, we are doing far better in the infrastructure is concerned, but the industry and innovation, we have to improve a lot with particular. There the stand-up, startup and the Make in India programs, they are doing their bit, but still the challenge remains in this particular area also. The 10th SDG, that is reduce inequalities. Here the progress is declining. We are not able to reduce the inequalities across the regions, and that is the reason why significant challenge remains for the country like India, because it is a very diversified country as such, and reducing inequality is not that easy task as such, but the progress is declining. That is what the indication is showing. With regard to the 11th sustainable development, sustainable cities and communities are concerned, the indication is that stagnancy and major challenge remains here. Even though the smart cities mission program has been implemented, it is limited to the very few cities in the India, that is 100 cities in India. But most of the cities, they require very basic facilities, and that has to be provided, and that is the reason why the sustainable cities and communities shows that stagnancy in the progress which has been made so far. With regard to the 12th SDGs is concerned, responsible consumption and production is concerned, we have on track with regard to the world performance of the on track maintaining the SDG achievement. Here we can say that SDG has been achieved. Responsible consumption and production is concerned, SDG has been achieved. These are the two goals, 12 and 13, in which we are able to achieve this progress as such. Then 13 climate actions, here the stagnancy, but we have achieved the climate action. Whatever the target has been fixed by the global standards, we have achieved the climate action goal as such. With regard to the 14, life below the water, the progress is moderately improving, but still major challenge remains for the government as such. In case of the life on land, the progress is declining, major challenge remains. Still, government has to do many things with regard to this target sustainable goals is concerned. With regard to peace, justice, and strong institutions, the progress is stagnant. Government has initiated many digital program kind of things, but still the major challenges remain in these particular areas. In partnership for the goals, the progress is moderately improving, but challenges are still many more. In conclusion, call for the sustainable efforts. First, we have to do sustainable efforts. Uneven progress across the goals are concerned, then significant strides and addressing the inequalities. 2023-30 deadline is a requires sustainable goal global efforts. Progress is uneven. Some goals are on track, while others need to be accelerated action. India has made significant stride in many areas, but faces challenges in others. Addressing variations and equality across the India's region remain the key challenge for the India as such. India, as far as India is concerned, that is the major challenge we have. Okay, I have finished my